All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Talk some NBA basketball. Victor Oladipo has opted out of the bubble in Orlando for the NBA restart. He's been a few players that chose to opt out. I can't remember his name. Batrans, whatever his name is, from Washington. The fake Brian Scalabrine. He's opted out. DeAndre Jordan, after getting COVID, has opted out, and there's been a few others, but we'll talk about that. But first, got a couple other stories to get to as well, but let's start off with this one. Pascal, Siakam, and Khris Middleton said they haven't touched the basketball in 2 or 3 months, pretty much since the coronavirus started. So let's talk about that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out our NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. And yeah, that's kind of not shocking. I've been telling you guys, a lot of people went home, if that's out of the country, or went somewhere in the country, and like I said before, if you see one guy that's training and busting his ass, I'm gonna say just in general for all athletics, another 20 or 30 or 40, even 50 guys ain't training and doing nothing, especially in the NBA. So like I said before, people saying, oh, it's even harder, and they trying to talk themselves into why this championship shouldn't have an asterisk. People saying, oh, he should be working out. But if you think something is over and not going to start out, don't start back up, and you don't get a head start telling you that, oh, we're going to do the NBA season. We're going to do the NBA season. Come on. Everybody is not just working hard. A lot of people is enjoying their summer. You got to remember, everybody don't have this vivid picture in everybody's head and imagination, this 20-room mansion with full court and bowling alleys and, a shooting range in the back. Everybody don't have that house in the NBA. Some people got simple apartments, simple condos, a simple house, and they didn't train. It's just like people who like to train in the gym. They say go train outside. It's not the same. Everybody don't like to jog without off the treadmill or jog outside or do the pull up at the push up bar, and everybody don't have access to those type of parks. So it doesn't surprise me with Siakam and Khris Middleton saying they haven't touched the basketball in 2 and 3 months. It doesn't shock me. It's a lot of players who haven't touched the basketball since the pandemic started that's going to be out of shape. They just been, enjoying their family and, teaching their kids, what they need to know in school. So when they pick up next year, they can hit the ground rolling. Who've been enjoying their wife and enjoying their significant other. And that's, eating out or, cooking or just, knocking the boots. So a lot of guys been doing that. And I'm telling y'all, people don't understand that. People saying, like Patrick Beverly, oh, the NBA is a 24/7 league. No, it's not. There's been plenty of athletes that even came into training camp and came into the season out of shape. Everybody don't have that same mindset, and people say, well, they should. No. If I feel the season is over with and I'm about to enjoy myself and I'm thinking it's over with and we chilling, drinking, bull driving around, kicking the shit with my homeboys, or, I'm locked down and I don't have the facilities to stay in shape, then that's not my fault. The NBA didn't give everybody a good enough start. And then what about the guys that got to self-quarantine for 2 or a month, 2 weeks or a month, that got the COVID and want to come back in the bubble? That's very, very vital to you staying in shape. So like I said before, Jerry Dudley had a good motherfucking comment when he said these dudes, I'm concerned about soft tissue injuries and stuff of that nature. There should be a concern for hamstrings and Achilles and blown out ACLs, because 8 games ain't enough to play back in shape if you ain't touched the basketball in 2 or 3 months. People said, well, they had enough time to start training. When the NBA said they was going to start off July 31st, whatever it is. It depends. It definitely depends. Everybody is different. Some people can get their win and get their rhythm and just train for a few weeks, but actually being in shape and being in basketball shape is 2 different things. Getting up there, running up 90 feet, running back and forth, and getting up on defense and changing directions. You can run all the distance you want to, and you can try to, emulate those, those athletic bursts where you get up on fast break, you slow down. But it's no conditioning like playing the game of basketball. Same for football, same for tennis, same for, everything other sport like hockey and stuff of that nature and soccer. There's no supplement for that. And that's what people need to understand. So, you're going to see a lot of injuries. You're going to see a lot of dudes winded. You know, some dudes been working hard, some haven't. You know, and that's just God honest truth. Some people thought it was over with. Some people didn't even have, before you get on some of these dudes didn't even have the facilities to stay in shape. And that's just the God honest truth. For people just think every athlete train year round. That's not true. You can look in the NFL every year. It's somebody that failed a conditioning test. It's a lot of people that barely pass conditioning tests. And so for some of my military people, y'all know what I'm talking about. When y'all got to come up and do, you know, the PT tests, you know, again, it's some dudes that barely make it. Dudes out there living life. Nobody thought the NBA was going to start back, and the pandemic ain't even slowed down. If anything, it's speeding up in a lot of places. And right now, you going in the hotbed of the pandemic in Florida. Now, to talk about Florida, Gordon Hayward is going to leave the bubble for his child's birth. So no matter what Boston is at in the playoffs, you know, he's going to go be, you know, where with, you know, his mother, the mother of his child. So, you know, he's saying that I'm out. You know, as soon as my girl says she's going into labor, I'm leaving the bubble. You know, and he's an important piece, especially with this time to heal, and he's been rehabbing his knee a little bit more. He may be an integral part to Boston. So if I'm Jason Tatum and I'm kind of on the fritz, on the middle about coming back and not coming back for the pandemic, you know, Gordon Hayward gonna end up in the leave. That's gonna hurt our chances. You know, Jason Tatum said he didn't know, and I think he will be in Orlando. He didn't know if he wanted to be there because he had a contract extension for a max contract coming up, and he didn't want to, you know, hurt the opportunity to sign that extension by getting injured in the bubble. So with Hayward, he said, I'm leaving. So if Hayward leaves the bubble, when he comes back, he has to undergo deep nasal corona testing. When that nasal mean is the regular test, I've took it twice. The swab go about right here. So I'm guessing deep nasals get in there to see if anything in the virus. So what they do is they put a cotton swab in your mouth, in your nose, and they go all the way up in your nose, and they do big circles for like 15, 20 seconds. So deep nasal, they're going to do that, and he had to quarantine for 14 days. So he had quarantined for 14 days, undergo the deep nasal test, you know, and then he has to do it twice. Because when you go back to work, you got to pass the test once, and then 24 hours later, you got to pass it again. So he got to pass the deep nasal test twice, and then he'd be allowed to come in the bubble. Now, what if he leave the bubble and they in the game 7? You know, I'm pretty sure he's still going to be there with the mother of his child. It's a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't want to leave their significant other and the kids at home, and her doing most of the work. And, you know, people want to be at home with their family. So that's something about Gordon Hayward. But let's end it off with Victor Oladipo. I call him Home Depot. He going into a final year of a contract next year. Indiana's trying to move Miles Turner to trying to keep him because they got the Jeremy Lamb contract, Miles Turner, Sabonis, all these dudes making over 8 figures. Brogdon, Oladipo, and there might be one other player over there making a lot of money. So what they trying to do is they may move Victor Oladipo, and he got a contract coming up, so he's opted not to go in Orlando. You know, he's going to rehab his knee. Now, he did come back this season, and, you know, he played limited, restricted minutes, but that's going to be a huge blow to Indiana. I think, you know, in this type of situation, I think any team can run the table. Just saying what we said. You know, with Siakam, he the best player in Toronto. He ain't even in game shape. Khris Middleton is the second best player in Milwaukee. He ain't in game shape. And these aren't the guys we know about. And then there's also been, 25 players that's tested positive for the corona, and it could even be even more. You know what I'm saying? Also, in addition to that, it's been 31 MLB players before they start their season July 24th have tested positive for the COVID. So we don't even know who's tested positive, who will be allowed in Orlando, who going to pull out the last minute, who going to change their mind and come back in. So Oladipo said he going to rehab and focus on his next season getting his money for this contract extension coming up. And I think it's smart not to risk your limbs and to risk, you know, your knee or whatever you injured, you know, to come in and win a fake title. And that's what it is. It's a fake title because it's not on even playing ground. If LeBron win it, it's going to be glorified as the greatest title of all time. Everything he do is glorified. If he lose it, and Zion don't win it, or somebody else they don't like to win it, it's going to be B-rated. They're going to say, oh, it ain't that good, and it wasn't everything I'm saying from the beginning. I'm letting y'all know what it is. That's why I'm kind of against it, because these dudes ain't got on an even playing ground. You know? But if they have a COVID breakout in the bubble, no matter if they in Game 7 of the finals, Adam Silver said he's going to break that shit up. And also, Ryan Hollins has been the Lakers assistant coach, used to be the Memphis Grizzlies head coach, was a good coach. I listened to him on Sirius XM Satellite Radio on the NBA channel before he got the Laker job this year. And, you know, he's not even allowed to come into the bubble because he high risk of his age and probably some health issues. So, Laker assistant coach Ryan Hollins is not even allowed to be in the bubble. So, that's crazy, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I do appreciate the love, support. But, you know, to wrap it up, man, you know, it's crazy. Middleton and Siakam said they haven't touched the basketball in over 2 or 3 months since the pandemic started. So, you know, let's just think about other players that probably haven't done the same. That's done the exact same and haven't touched the basketball, hasn't dribbled or nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's something, and like I said before, it's not because some of them are lazy or some of them don't care. A lot of people thought the season was going to be over with, and a lot of people have been in countries when they've been on lockdown where they can't even go outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of dudes that just didn't have a facility. So you got to get that imagination out your mind that every NBA player had this big house and have a court and where they can practice at. But to be honest, they should have just brought the eight or 10 best teams, because in actuality, NBA is only 2 or 3, 4 teams at a time that actually got a chance to win the title anyway. But hey, Luka Doncic, he was reportedly out of shape and he been getting himself into shape. You know, so they have Dallas back in the restart. So it's all about money. Remember, money is always going to take precedence over human life in this world that we live in. It's unfortunate that it's that way, but money is the root of all evil. It's powerful. But don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Our 101, NBA 101 playlist is for our live streams. I do appreciate everybody for checking in. If you need to reach me, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those links in the description. We got a Facebook group as well if you want to join that. But if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, all the links in the description. Twitter's the fastest way, IG and Facebook. Don't forget the Facebook group, link in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. One time for the one time, we gone.